Jordan Music. Good afternoon, this is John.
So we are at John Jordan's shop in California today. It's John Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
And we're going to have him talk about some of the different woods that he makes violins out of. Because of all the people making violins, there's nobody who's dealing with the variety of woods that he does.
So part of my logic in it is, after having made 600 and some violins, how I keep it interesting for myself is every batch of violins that I make has some new type of wood in it that I've never tried before, and that keeps it interesting. So this batch here has a few. There's a whole bunch of violins there, 5 strings. This is Tatayuba from Brazil, and it's got this kind of cool satin and flame vibe going to it. And I can't tell you how it sounds yet because I don't know. But part of the thing that we can do is, with the combination of the different pickups that we offer and the different woods that we offer, I can give a fairly wide spectrum of possible sounds to an instrument. Here's another one that's new for us this time. This is something that's gone big in, guitar makers have gotten into it. This is heat treated. This is flamed maple, but it's been heat treated, so it has a bit of a kind of a brown vibe to it. It's not quite as blonde as your average piece of maple. And they do a low oxygen, high temperature treatment to the wood, and it makes it more stable is the logic. And guitar makers like the tone of it. And I figured
Somebody
I should
wants
try
one.
it. So we were talking about this one before the phone rang. I'm going to steal this one off the table here. This is also heat treated wood, and this is maple, and it's kind of fun to look at these. So here's maple that hasn't been heat treated. Here's maple with what they call the dark roast, and for fun, here's the light roast. So you can see that as they raise the temperature and leave it in there longer, it changes the properties of the wood. And it's got a nice flame in it, and it's a pretty piece of wood. But the average person looking at it probably wouldn't know what kind of wood it is. And if I saw it with a finish on it and I hadn't done it myself, I would have went, well, it's a kind of cherry, walnut, I don't know. So, it appeals to me to the extent that it's something we haven't done before. And it's part of just, I like pleasant surprises. Every once in a while we work with some piece of wood and it turns out that, we have an allergic reaction to it, and the sawdust is like, oh, it's, your nose is running, and it's like, well, maybe we don't use that one next time. So, but maple and I are good friends, so they haven't. But this one, it kind of, here, if you want to sniff it,
Yeah.
It kind of has almost like a coffee
Yeah, it
smell
does.
to it. Yeah.
We don't have smell-o-vision, but y'all have to take our word for it.
Well, and let's see. Let's get one. This is kind of a fun one. Let's see here. So this is kind of a fun one. This is ancient Kauri that they actually dig up from bogs in New Zealand. And they sell this wood. It's certified to be a minimum of 30,000 years old. Right,
Wow.
right. So, and this is the species of tree that it comes from is still alive. It's not one that's like extinct or something, but because it's spent time in a peat bog, it takes on a real kind of tan color from being in the peat bog. It's like soaking in tea almost.
Yeah.
And I bought some of this. I bought enough to make 2 violins out of. And it was just one of those things like, cause I should try that, cause why not?
Right.
So here's one that's waiting for somebody who's got a little bit of extra money in their pocket.
Right.
This is Tasmanian Tiger Rose Myrtle.
That's stunning.
And it's got color, it's got figure, it's got kind of a soft flame, it's got these cool black specks in it. And this is a $600 piece of wood that's big enough for one violin. That's what it cost me to get it here from Tasmania. And I actually bought it from a supplier down there. So, most people don't want to spend, by the time I, add that onto the price of my violins, which already aren't cheap, that puts it out of the league for a lot of people. But someone who's looking for something really totally outrageous, yeah. I've got some cool stuff. Just waiting for the right person.
Not cheap, but worth every penny.
That's how I like to think of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Matt.